extreme butt chafe right now. Just like right up in my cheeks.
Take over. Girl power.
I'm bored now. In 2017, my partner and I hiked 1,000 miles from Ashland, Oregon to Mount Whitney in California, the highest mountain in the lower 48. We had initially planned to walk all the way to Mexico, but I ran out of money 600 miles away from the border. That didn't make the journey any less amazing though, because we still spent 2 months on the trail pushing ourselves through incredible challenges, eating our weight in burritos, and meeting some unforgettable characters. Starting in Southern Oregon in July was hot and dry. As we moved into Northern California, it only got worse, and the wildfires started to pop up all around us. Some days we had to wear masks because it was so smoky. We started off averaging 15 to 17 miles a day and quickly made it up to 20. We estimated about $10 a day for food and didn't pay to sleep in a bed until a month into our journey when we hiked into Lassen National Park. We hiked into a resort there and snuck into their fancy showers before finding ourselves at a dinner table gorging among high-class guests of the ranch. A waiter felt bad for us because it had started to thunder and lightning, so he got us a discount on a room, and we couldn't resist. It's gestures like that from total strangers that really make the trail experience magic. Trail magic is literally everywhere. When we were at Donner Pass, just north of the Sierras, a couple we had met and talked to for only 10 minutes invited us back to their home to shower, do laundry, and spend the night. The next morning, they made us breakfast and drove us back to the trail. I'm almost tearing up just talking about it because that meant so much to us at the time. I literally hadn't done laundry in 2 weeks and was caked in salt, dirt, and grime. High Sierra were, of course, the highlight of this section of the PCT. We hiked into Tuolumne Meadows and Yosemite National Park and hitched a ride down to the valley with a hilarious solo traveler who enlisted us to be his personal trip photographer for the day. That night, we stealth camped in the valley without permits and then took the bus back to the high country the next morning after we resupplied. We met a wild character who lived in the woods behind Tuolumne Meadows post office, and he gave us instructions on how to sneak into a nearby resort to take showers. So, naturally, we did do that, and it worked out perfectly. We then loaded up our packs for 8 days and hiked into the High Sierra. We were faced with dangerous storms each afternoon, so we had to tactfully plan our movements so we would end up over the 10,000 to 13,000 foot passes before the lightning came. One afternoon, we had no choice but to stay above 10,000 feet while a violent storm rolled through, and that was one of the most scared I've ever been in my life. Other than those storms, though, the Sierras were obviously incredible, and I would hike them over and over and over again if I could. I think that I'm probably going to do the Sierra High route one of these days. This right here is hiking past Wanda Lake at the southern end of Evolution Valley. We're about to go over Muir Pass and up to Muir Hut. And right after this, we jumped into that lake down there, Polar Plunge. It just literally doesn't get better than that. And this is all along the John Muir Trail as well. The PCT and the John Muir Trail merge for this section of the trail. So deciding to end on Mount Whitney was bittersweet because I did really want to hike the desert section of the trail, and I will someday. But I also knew that I couldn't afford to find a place to live if I continued on, and those are priorities. But we did get to spend a week in Bishop, California, learning how to rock climb, which became a huge part of our lives since then. And all in all, a fantastic hike. 2.5 months out in California, First time in California. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe because this is just the beginning of my channel and I have a lot of exciting things planned for 2023, so stay tuned.